MMA Boxing Talk here. It's finally fight week. Canelo versus Triple G this Saturday. I'm so excited for this fight. It's such a massive, monumental fight for the middleweight division, for boxing history, for the history of this era. I mean, there's so much on the line in this fight. It's truly remarkable, and this is the biggest fight of 2016. Um, This is a real boxing match against two absolute power punching killers. Both have a little bit different styles, of course, but they're both around the same size. They're both compact. Triple G is a little bit taller. He's about an inch and a half taller. The reach is about the same. But Triple G needs this win so much more than Canelo because Triple G has been fighting his whole career. He's 35 years old. He's still undefeated, 37-0 with I think 33 knockouts. Um, he has one of the longest KO streaks in boxing history, 23 in a row. And that's not coming up. That is mostly when he had the belt. Basically the last 10 years. He since 2008, he was on that win streak from 2008 all the way to 2016. So anyway, amazing. But now Triple G, he's totally prepared for this moment. This guy had one of the best amateur careers of all time. His record in the amateurs was 345 wins, 5 losses. Some places say he's got 8 losses, but over there in Russia and in Kazakhstan, and they don't go by how many their record. They go how many gold medals they got, and world championships they won. And Triple G's won a few, and he's also has a silver medal in the Olympics in 2004. And Triple G is already a boxing legend. There's no disputing that. He's already a legend. He's arguably the best middleweight of all time. I mean, when you go the last, I don't know, 50 years, you got Marvin Hagler, Bernard Hopkins, and you got Triple G. And I think Triple G beats Hopkins. I think he beats Hagler. No guarantee. I think the Hagler fight would be super interesting. But I got to favor Triple G against all these guys. I mean, he's truly unbelievable. He's a guy that fights year round. I know Bernard was he was very dedicated to his craft. Never really took much time off. But Triple G really needs this win though, because you got a lot of fans out there that are, that never give Triple G his just due, despite him being one of the best middleweights of all time. It's always excuses. They say, oh well, his resume isn't as good as it should be. Well, that's because nobody wants to fight the guy. And the only way they're going to get in the ring is for $10 million. They price themselves out, these fighters. Look at Danny Jacobs. He's much bigger than Triple G and still had to come in super overweight, not being eligible for the IBF belt. So he could be a cruiserweight in there and have more weight on him to take the punches he was going to accept. And he still fought. He did good, Jacobs, but he didn't really fight to win that fight. He was fighting to survive for a lot of parts in that fight. So Canelo, and then people say, well, they always say, well, Triple G had a tough time against Kell Brook, and he had a tough time against Daniel Jacobs. The thing is Canelo doesn't fight anything like Kell Brook and Danny Jacobs, so that's ridiculous. Like, throw that out the window. Canelo has barely any footwork, and if he's going to be moving around, he's not going to be moving around long. He's not going to be able to stay away long. He's a counterpuncher, and he likes to move forward, but he's patient in there. But I'm telling you, if Triple G buzzes him, hurts him, and the way Triple G cuts off that ring, Canelo will be in serious trouble. And Canelo, he's never fought a true middleweight. He's never fought a solid middleweight. I don't count Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. coming down all the way to 164. He was a bum. He was there to get. He was a has-been at the time. He was there to get his $3 million paycheck. So I mean, Canelo, he's going to be in there. Like, we don't know how he can take these shots. You know, he's going to get tested. His chin's going to get tested early, and we're going to quickly find out how much damage he can take in this fight. You know, because I mean, I know he's a great counterpuncher. He's got quicker hand speed. I don't see him having his way with Triple G like he's had his way with all the other opponents. That being said, he still could win this fight, and that's another thing that scares me because obviously Canelo is the A side. He's the young guy. He's just turned 27. He's got Oscar De La Hoya as his promoter. Oscar knows all the judges, all the refs, all the sanctioning bodies. You know, Canelo is protected. He's the golden boy. Well, Oscar is, but you know what I'm getting at. So I really think that Triple G, if he wants to win this fight, he's got to knock him out. You know, KO or TKO. The only way I see him winning a decision is if he totally outclasses Canelo. If he outclasses Canelo and Canelo only wins 2 or 3 rounds, you know, he'll get the decision then. But if Canelo wins like 5 rounds, fairly 5 rounds, he's winning that fight. I'm sorry to say it. He's winning that fight. They won't hesitate to screw over Triple G, but unless it's too obvious, you know. So hopefully Gennady Golovkin goes in there and gets the stoppage. I think he will get the stoppage personally. I predicted a 10th round TKO for Triple G. I could see Canelo, you know, getting dropped maybe a couple times or what have you, and in the later rounds getting dropped and just on his one knee and just letting the count go by, you know. But that's obviously has to be taking a lot of damage for that to happen. Canelo, you know, he's not coming in there to lose, but I really favor Triple G in this fight, and I think he can get the stoppage. But if he doesn't, he better outclass him, and he better win a lot of rounds if he wants to win this fight, because Canelo will win on the scorecards if it's relatively close. You know, even if he wins 5 rounds, he's winning that fight. But maybe I'll be totally wrong, and we'll see Canelo wins, you know, 6, 7, 8 rounds, and he outclasses Triple G. But I don't see that happening. So that's just my prediction. I wanted to make another video because, yeah, I thought about a lot of things after my original prediction, which was a lot more, could go either way, but still having Triple G in the 10th round TKO. Anyway, that's it for this one. If you liked the video, subscribe. Check out my Twitter page, MMA Boxing Talk 1. That's it for this one. Peace.